Hello and welcome back to Holy Discourse. Today we are going to watch a video from a Tozy, and it is about Jack Doherty. The only thing I really know about Jack Doherty is he gambles a lot, and apparently he has a kid audience, so, that's not good. And then that he just, crashed his McLaren, I think. It was, his McLaren, and I think it was something else, too. I think he had crashed something else. Anyhow, when he got in the car crash, he videoed, the entire thing. And he was like, oh my goodness. I just lost so much money. Not, hey, my friend probably almost died and I could have died too. No, it was, oh, I lost money. So, very materialistic man. Very, what would you call it? Not device addicted, but internet addicted, I guess. Addicted to tension would probably be the best way to put it. And yeah, I think it's okay to obviously have a platform online and to be like, oh, I really like watching TV shows and stuff like that. If that's your hobby or whatever, or even your career. But you gotta find that balance, and he has no balance. Even if your work is something you absolutely love and it spills into your life, that's fine, but you still have to have those moments of I'm not doing anything with that. I'm doing another hobby, or I'm doing whatever. I love this. I do. I absolutely love doing this, but at the same time, I like to go hiking. I like to, I need to start practicing my ukulele again. I need to start, teaching myself Spanish again. Those are, side hobbies. Yes, I've talked about it on here, and I'm talking about it now, but it's not something, I'm, recording myself, and it's something separate just for me, and he has none of that.
Jack has gotten himself into trouble yet again, and unfortunately for him, his ego is just way too big to ask himself the basic question of, hey, maybe I should reevaluate some stuff in my life. If my girlfriend is calling the cops and having them escort her through his property so she can just simply collect her items, that should be a pretty big wake-up call on how your life is going. But instead of taking some...
That seems like it could be an abusive situation. If she's going as far as calling the cops just to get her stuff, either it was a really bad breakup and he's just acting like a child, which I think he's in his 20s. I think he's around my age. He still looks like he's 16 though. He acts like he's 15. But, with him using people for kind of views and stuff like that, I'm kind of not surprised that she had to call the cops just to get her stuff.
time to process all this, he has his cameraman document all this and upload it to the internet right away,
of course
the same night it happens, as he's for some reason trying to paint himself out as the victim here. Then, if that wasn't enough, he also goes live right after that and admits that his career is basically over, as it's dropped by over 90% in just 2 years. Why he's doing all of this instead of just taking a break and resetting from this massive set?
That's a good thing for him, though. It seriously is. I know that's very harsh to say, and that's someone's income, but he is so addicted to views and everything else. That's such a good thing that, the internet is kind of no, we don't want to watch you anymore. Or even, I think Kick banned him, and he's, on Twitch now, I think, or something. Because I just watched Tozy's last video about this. So you would think I would remember, but I don't. But, I mean, I watch Karina Kaboom all the time. I have been recently. And she's been talking about Amber, and she's like, oh, even though... It was either her or Beck. I think it might be both. Oh, even though, they don't really like Amber, Karina or Beck doesn't like Amber. I almost said Cramber. Karina and Amber. They're both I don't want her income to go. Like, that's, you know, that's her livelihood, which I think is a very respectful thing. Like, you don't want someone's income to go. But at the same time, sometimes people need to learn, like, hey, like, what I'm doing is not right, and that's the only way for them to learn. And it's, you know, you want to be sympathetic and be like, no, of course I don't want their income to go, but at the same time, you're also like, this is something that's really good for them if they do get, like, deplatformed and stuff like that, because then they can actually, like, sit back and learn. I don't think Jack Doherty or Amber Lynn will ever learn anyhow, so whether they get deplatformed or not, but yeah.
Back in his life, that's beyond me. But I guess certain IRL streamers just have egos too big to understand when they're completely humiliating themselves.
It's like my girlfriend called the cops on me to get all her stuff out. Insane. Like, what the?
This just shouldn't be posted on the internet. Like, he's essentially just exposing that his girl feels so unsafe around him that she needs the police to be present while she's gathering her own items before she leaves. And it's also interesting that he is the only one posting about this on social media. But we're about to watch a masterclass of dodging any accountability.
And he's acting like it's unfair. It's her stuff. He even admitted it's her stuff. It's not your stuff. It's her stuff. So, of course she should be able to get it.
From his own actions. Because the night starts off with this clip that Jack posted of his cameraman filming the police and his now ex-girlfriend of her showing up and collecting her items from Jack's house.
I asked you, you wouldn't answer. You called the cops before you talked to your boyfriend? Are you kidding me? Like, how the f are you doing that? That's it, bro. That's all I did. I don't know. Yeah, but I did. I just wanted to talk to you. That's it. So you wouldn't answer me, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, what? Like, you called the cops.
You can like slow down so I can be with you.
You gotta get out of my house. I didn't let you. I didn't say you
She's letting us in.
She doesn't own this house. I didn't say you come to my house.
Her address is on her. She's a resident.
I was gonna say, she's allowed to be in the house. Yeah, she doesn't need, I doubt that she needs a warrant to get in there, because this is not really like a warrant type thing. This is like, she was living there.
I don't care. You guys are allowed in my house.
I'm here to have a
You guys are allowed in my house.
She lives here.
She did. She doesn't own this house.
Just because you get to bully people in the street and, like, have your bodyguard protect you, like, doesn't mean you get to talk to a police officer like that. That's how you get your butt arrested. Like, you don't talk to a police officer like that. You shouldn't be talking to people like that in general. But don't talk to a police officer like that either. Like, come on. Like, their job is already stressful and hard enough. Like, why are you being a butthole and making their job even harder?
Stop acting like that. Bro, you called the cops on my own house, bro. I've done everything for you. I didn't threaten you, bro. Bro, how did I threaten you?
Can you stay on there?
You're my house.
Okay, so there's the alleged reason for why she called the cops. But he's claiming that he never threatened her. So as of now, it's a he said, she said, but he does go on to throw out some threats later on in this video.
You're unreal, bro. You're my house. Tell me what to do.
This is her house.
She doesn't pay for it. Sorry.
Doesn't matter.
It's not your house.
Doesn't matter.
That's crazy. Kelly, what the f are you doing?
You mean, what is she doing? She's leaving your butt.
Jack.
Dude, who is this? You get out of my house. Yeah, stay out of my house. Get out.
Stop.
Hey, tell her to get out of my house. Not that. Get this stupid ass.
So the clip cuts there. He posted himself, and I'm assuming they edited out some meltdown he had there. But he then goes live right after she left.
Guys, look. Me and McKinley just broke up. The cops are outside of my house right now.
The longer this goes on and he acts like this, the longer, the more and more justified the internet is going to see, like, why she called the cops. And that she is very, very justified in this decision.
All the cops on me, packed all her, took her car, everything. Insane. Insane, bro. I can't believe I dated that for the past 2 years, bro. It doesn't even seem real. Don't even know her. It's insane.
I can't believe
like,
she dated
evil,
you.
bro. She's been plotting this for a minute. Just use me for money. For real. For sure. I never thought it would be possible, but it's obvious. It's like no flips like that in 24 hours, change their passwords to absolutely everything, calls the cops me to take all their it like that. Like, who the does that after I've done everything for this girl for the past 2 years? I've done more for this girl the past 2 years than I've done for my mom the whole life. And I'm a millionaire. That's what's sad about that. It's like, I've given this.
You had her passwords? Why? Why would you have her passwords? Like, I get, like, if like your partner's like, hey, like, can I use your phone or whatever? It's like, yeah, sure. Like, if they want to, like, I don't know, make a call and theirs is like on the other side of the house or something like that. It's like, yeah, go ahead. Like, I don't care. But like, why would someone want the passwords to, like, I don't know, like, say like, oh, your Instagram or your whatever? It's like, that's more of, you're probably looking at who I'm messaging and who this and who that, and then I'm probably going to be more suspicious on you because you're asking for me for all my passwords, and, you know, being like, all right, who are you cheating, you know, like, who are you cheating on? Like, because usually the person who's asking for all the passwords and all this and all that is usually the one that's cheating. So, which is a weird thing, but always seems to reign true. And I'm assuming these people have not talked about like engagement or stuff like that. So I'm assuming she didn't give like passwords to bank accounts and stuff like that. Lord, I hope not. But even that, I would be like, no. Like, if I'm dating someone for a while and we want to, like, talk about finances and stuff like that, that's fine. They can look at my bank account. They can do that. But I don't want them in my bank account. You know, not unless we're talking about, like, you know, you're putting a ring on my finger. Then that's a little different. Then that's like, okay, we're starting to go to the next step where we're going to start combining finances and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know.
I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this girl. I spent 800 days in a row with this girl, and this is how I get treated. Like, what the?
Bro is in denial that he acts like a garbage human and nobody wants to be around that. And still, for some reason, hasn't realized that you need more than money to be in a happy relationship. But we're seeing him absolutely freak out right now. He is completely panicking. And he's about to reveal why later on. And it's not because she broke up with him.
But she took everything, bro. She didn't even try to talk to me before. She just called the cops on me and said, I'm going to go get all her and took everything. Her Maybach, her Birkin. She took everything. Insane.
I still can't get over how brain dead and goofy it is to immediately live stream and announce to the world that your girlfriend left you and called the cops on you to do so safely. But given the context that he allegedly threatened her, calling the cops to safely get your stuff, that makes sense.
And she just took, like, evil, bro, evil. She just took 500 grand a month from me. Evil, bro. She's been plotting. She used me the past 2 years. I can't believe I'm so mad. This is like the last, like actual, like, real person I thought I had in my life. 24 hours gone like that. Like, I never thought 24 hours ago the one girl I ever loved would be gone like that. Like, that ass just straight up used me. Like, that's what it seems like. It's like, what the
There you have it. Jack has almost made all of his money from promoting and managing OF girls. Over the years, he's lost his entire roster except for his girlfriend. She left and took the OF account with her. He just admitted that he lost $500,000 a month right there.
Oh no, you're using your girlfriend as like a prostitute online. No. Why? Of course she left you. She should have. That's so messed up in so many different ways. Like, even if she consented, that's still so messed up. Dude. I can never imagine asking someone to do that. Oh my God. That's awful. That's like Boogie when he was talking about doing OF with his girlfriend, and he's like, oh, I don't want to have her sell her body and all this online, and then he's talking about doing that, and he's not, from what I've seen, he's not talking about like being like totally nude, but like definitely very suggestive, which I still think is very messed up. Like, I get, like, people consent to that, and people are okay with that and all that kind of stuff. I just am not. I don't think it's right. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. Because that's gotta mess you up mentally so bad. Like, just thinking about your body all the time is like something that you're gonna like sell and online and stuff like that. Like, even if it's just a little like suggestive and you're still fully clothed, like that's like if that's like your constant income. Like, I get, like, I still don't agree with it, even if you're just doing it every once in a while and it's just like, oh, it's just like a hobby or whatever. But like, people can do what they want, obviously, and I think that's, if you're gonna do it, I feel like that would be the way to go, is just have it as a hobby and just every once in a while, because then you're not worried constantly like, oh, I have to keep my body perfect, or oh, I have to do this, or oh, I have to do, it's just like, you could just do what you want to do, and you're just doing that because you like modeling on the side, or you like whatever on the side. But oh god, I would have left a long time ago. Yeah, I'd been like, screw you, I'm out of here. If he suggested that, I'd been no way. Absolutely not.
I'm almost 100% sure that this will be going to court, and this is just the tip of the iceberg of information that we're going to get about the deals that he's been giving these women and how he's really making his money.
Who flips a switch, packs all, calls the cops on you, and changes their passwords to everything over a little ass argument? Like, what the? Like, insane. I thought I knew her, but I guess I don't.
I mean, dude, your ego is too big to even admit any fault. We've watched this guy claim time and time again that he was going to change and humble himself to not get banned on streaming sites. And that's when money is involved. But he never changes. I'm sure that played out in a similar way to whoever he was dating. The only upside of dating this dude is money. And I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, he's the only one at fault for whatever happened to their relationship. But one party has live streamed themselves for years, now being a terrible romantic partner, and the other one hasn't. And I still think that he is mostly upset about losing the $500,000 a month income source, because he literally stated that she stole $500,000 a month from him.
I've done everything for this girl more than I've done more for this girl than I've done myself. She's changed me so much, and I make so many sacrifices for her. You guys seen, like, I sacrificed my content for this girl. Like, I sacrificed my business for this girl.
You sacrifice your content? You literally sound like Amber. You literally filmed yourself crashing a car and almost dying, and you were like, but the money I just wasted, hopefully I can get it back in this stream so I can get a new McLaren. Like, screw you, dude.
I made her my business. Like, I put all my time into her, and she doesn't realize that. She doesn't realize I go above and beyond for her, and I have never done more for anybody else in my life than her. And she doesn't get that, and she's just very unappreciative to me. I've done the world for her, and she just, I gotta stop.
Yeah, he just admitted that that was his entire business. That's what he had left. He's banned off of his big streaming platform, Kick, and he doesn't have any other OF girls to make money off currently. Then, on top of that, notice how he took zero accountability.
So he's not mad that she left him. He's mad that she left him, and because now he can't sell her body and make the money and pay for his mansion. That is so messed up.
Nor is he thinking about his own actions at all. He's just instantly shifting all the blame to where she's the problem for not being grateful for his money. Brother, you are washed. Like, how is this your real reaction? If this is all he got from this, I feel bad for any future person he dates. This dude has so much maturing to do. Maybe this will mature him. And hopefully it happens sooner than later.
Guys, we got in a little ass argument because I wanted her to wake up earlier yesterday. Instead, she packs the whole entire house, bro. Oh, except that. Whoops. Literally, she packed the whole entire house. She packed all of her. She took, and she called the cops on me to do it too, which is crazy. Everything, bro. She took all of her like, everything, bro.
Yeah, she left you. Sorry, dude. Skill issue.
She literally just used me to make $500,000 a month and then changed her passwords and left. Insane. You give a girl the world, you give them everything, they're gonna figure out a way to you over, bro. It's insane. I can't believe my own girlfriend just me over. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's like, what the, like, who is this? And like, how have I not known her the past 2 years? It's like, where was this McKinley the past 2 years? Where was this evil person? I've done more for her than I've done my own mom. That's how I get treated. I can't believe it, bro.
Dude's entire personality is his money, and somehow he's hitting the surprise Pikachu that a woman used him for money. How did you not see this coming from a mile away, dude?
I made this millionaire within a year of knowing me. Probably spent $1 million on this. Not only that, I spent 2 years of my life loving this girl. Who, in the middle of this time, I had the most going on for myself, and I still stopped everything to love this girl, and I did. And this is how I get treated. Insane. Calls the cops in my own house.
Okay, so he made money off her through his own OF agency. Then she made enough money to where she doesn't need to tolerate his BS anymore, because now she has what he brought into the relationship. Congratulations, dude, you played yourself.
Who is this evil friend in her life? I've never met this ever, but she pops out to help her move out of my house. This put a hit on her. Just kidding.
I don't think he's kidding.
That put a secret one eye open. Not McKinley, the other one.
Him and Johnny Somalia are running band for band for the most immature dudes in their 20s.
In his 20s, like me. He looks like he's like 16, bro. He acts way younger than that, though. Ay.
Don't even know the full story. That's over, bro. After you guys have to realize how lucky any to be my girlfriend in general. There's no other 1-year-old trillionaire. No, okay, none of that matters. It has nothing to do with money. It's like the fact that I can no other to live this life that she has. All she has to do is be grateful, positive, and appreciated. That's all I ask of her.
Wow, he seems like a sweetheart.
Bubba, it's not all about money. It's not. Like, I worry about money and stuff like that, but there would be no way I would ever stoop down to that level and, like, date someone like Jack Doherty. There just wouldn't. I would rather be homeless. Seriously. Like, he's clearly such a terrible person, and he needs to work on himself.
Dude's like, trade offer. You get to live in a mansion. I get to berate you and make you feel terrible about yourself.
She spends more of her days being ungrateful, miserable, and just in bed, bro. She sleeps all day, dog. And I'm sick of it. It's just like I have so much to live for, and my girlfriend's dragging me down in bed, and I was like, yo, we gotta wake up earlier. Like, we have so much to live for. We have so much we have to keep going for in life. And that's all I said. I was like, yo, we gotta just, like, I just want you to also wake up earlier.
Maybe you're so depressing to be around because you berate her, so she doesn't want to leave her comfort zone, aka her bed. Obviously, that's a shot in the dark, but if he's willing to talk about her like this on a public platform, imagine what he says to her in private.
How does she expect her life to get better? Exactly. It's like there's no other guy in the world that's gonna treat her better than me.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm sure there's no guy out there better than an unhinged, spoiled man-child. He has a great point.
Now she's completely ruined everything, bro. When I met this girl, I was making $1.5 million a month. Now I'm making probably a tenth of that. Like, what the happened? It's because I spent too much time loving this girl when I should have been working. It's like, what the is happening, dog?
So there he admitted he lost 90.
No, it's because you're filming every second of your entire life and keep getting banned because you keep doing such stupid crap and, like, destroying your own income. And, like, platforms are picking up on that and keep banning you. Which they should. To cover, pretty much, you know, they should do it for moral reasons. But, you know, they're just doing it for business reasons. To cover their own butt. Because if someone got seriously hurt, or if someone, you know, God forbid if something really, really, really bad happened, like someone, say, died in that car crash or something like that, they could have went back and be like, well, why didn't you ban why didn't you ban him earlier? Obviously, he has a history of this, always, you know, and then they could list stuff, and then, like, whatever streaming services he's using, that streaming service could get sued so easily because this dude is basically a troublemaker, you know.
In just 2 years. He went from $1.5 million a month, allegedly, to $150,000 a month, according to him. But I think he's making less now. Is that including the new loss of income from his girl? Because $150,000 a month, that would make sense as an agency cut off of the $500,000 a month that she was bringing in. I mean, I am clearly just speculating here, but I don't see how he's making money right now. He's banned off Kick. He's streaming to maybe like 20 to 30 people right now, and he is fully crashing out, and his chat is barely moving. If there are a lot of people there, that chat would be moving. Look at any streamer that has a lot of viewers.
Yeah, see, okay, maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe I'm out of touch. But what I don't understand is, like, these big streamers and stuff like that. Or big content creators. I'm not going to count people like PewDiePie or Jacksepticeye or Markiplier and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people out there who are bigger streamers or bigger content creators that, like, blow money like crazy instead of just getting, like, I don't know, $200,000-$300,000 house and just living in that and being able to pay it off in, like, a couple of months because they're making so much money, and then literally just being able to chill, and they could just, like, go on vacations and stuff like that, and they could literally just, like, put money aside and stuff like that. Like, I know Mark has, like, a mansion, but that dude makes so much money. He's, like, that dude probably just, like, has it paid off by now. And I'm sure he's, like, putting the money aside and doing stuff like that financially. Because, like, he helps out his friends, and he, you know, he does a bunch of stuff. Like, I think he said that he got like maybe like Wade a computer, or it's either Wade or Bob like a computer, or just like will give people like hand me down stuff like, like I can't use this anymore, I need like a better computer and stuff like this, and then like go out to his friends and be like, does anyone want this, or does it, and you see like Jacksepticeye do that, you see PewDiePie do that, you've seen Cinnamon Toast Ken do that. I mean, like that's how it should be, that's how the ecosystem should be. Like people that are more fortunate, see their friends and stuff like that who maybe like don't get as many views or as many whatever, and be like, hey, like I'm not using this anymore, would you like this? You don't have to take it. If you don't take it, I'm just gonna sell it, but that way you don't have to like get a new computer or have to do this or that. In turn, if that person gets way bigger in the end and the other person gets like a lot smaller views, kind of the one hand washes the other, because like I don't watch Mark without Bob and Wade at all. Like I used to watch Mark by himself, but now I'm like, I just excuse me, I can't watch it without Bob and Wade, and I can't watch like Bob by himself or Wade by himself. I have to watch them as like a trio, and I think that's like something that I've started doing a lot more, because like Cinnamon Toast Ken, can't watch them out without Buff Pro. Them two together are hilarious. I love when Jacksepticeye plays with other people too. Sometimes he'll play games with like PewDiePie, or like watch content with PewDiePie, or I'm getting a lot more into the collaboration side of YouTube. But back to the money side, it's like you just like you gotta be smart with your finances. I don't understand these people like renting mansions and doing this, having hype houses and like literally blowing a bunch of money, and then being like, when their views start going down, as everyone's does, you have your peaks and valleys and stuff like that. They didn't save any money in their peaks, like nothing. And then they're like, they're in the situation of like Boogie or Wings of Redemption, where it's just like they're literally like, I am so poor, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. And it's like, bro, how? Like literally, bro, how? Because you were making great money, you were killing it, you were on the top of the game on YouTube. And like, as we see Boogie in his documentary, he's spending hundreds and thousands of dollars like it's nothing. And it's like, bro, you could have paid off your house, and now this couple $1,000s a month that you get, you could have been living it in a because I think his house is almost worth like $300,000, and it's a nice house. I think market prices are way too expensive, and that shouldn't be a $300,000 house. That should be a lot less than that. But housing market be crazy. But yeah, he could have paid off his house and just been trailing off of that couple $1,000s a month, and been doing his medical stuff, and could have been helping himself out so much more. It wouldn't have to be this like, put him in this hole. And he obviously doesn't handle stress well and stuff like that, which makes him even a huger villain, which makes YouTube even hate him even more, which makes his income less. And he's kind of in the situation of like Amberlynn Reed, where it's like there's not much he can do outside of YouTube, because nothing's like, even a sit down job, you still gotta get up and move. And it's like, can he do that? I don't know. So that's just my 2 cents. Maybe I'm out of touch and maybe I'm like, yeah, they should, enjoy life a little bit. I'm just too, like, I would rather be like, I'm paying off my house and then, I'm paying off the things that I need to pay off, and then it's like putting a lot of money aside and then being like, oh yeah, maybe I want to like take a vacation at X, Y, and Z, and yeah, just to make sure like, oh, I'm good, and then be like, oh, I can like go to Spain or whatever. Like, I would love to go to Spain, but will that ever happen? Absolutely not. Like, there's no way, unless I like randomly blow up on YouTube and put that money aside. Then yeah. But other than that, there ain't no way. No way. I would pay for a lot of Spanish lessons before that, though. Holy crap. My Spanish is terrible. I would need to practice a lot.
Some crazy stuff happens. You can't read it. Here you can read every single message because there's only about 1 message per minute. I think Jack has completely destroyed what was a massive career, because $1.5 million a month, that is Super Bowl money. That is dummy money. Even though he acquired it in allegedly extremely shady ways, based on allegedly how he was signing some of his talent. But we're not going to go into those rumors too much because there's nothing that's actually proved any of that. But if this becomes a legal situation, I have a feeling a lot more information will be coming out.
I built this girl for the past 2 years. I've done everything for her. I've changed her life. I made her a multi-millionaire. She makes $500,000 a month. And then today we get in a little argument. She changes her passwords, her email, everything. It takes everything from me. And not only that, just like all of the past 2 years.
Notice how he said she took everything from me. That could just be a saying, or it could be confirming my speculation from earlier there.
It's like I've sacrificed everything for this girl, bro. My whole business for her, bro. I stopped working with other girls because of my girlfriend, because she gets mad when I talk to new girls and sign them. So I literally just put all my focus on my girlfriend, because I'm like, all right, just being in a relationship is hard to keep up with these other girls, being in a relationship, and it's just like hard to do the business I was doing before while being in a relationship. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put all my...
Yeah, I would be jealous too. Like, if someone's like talking to other girls to like literally film them in sexually, ways, whether that be full nudity or not, like more suggestive. Yeah, I would be pissed. I'd be like, what are you doing? Why? No, you shouldn't be doing that. But I'm very like I even like porn and stuff like that. Like I see that as like cheating and stuff like that. So I'm like, no. Like, I'm not dealing with that. Like, if it's a problem and we're talking about it and you're like coming to me and we're talking about it and we're trying to work through it, that's one thing. But if you're just gonna like hide it, and then I like catch you and then you're like, oh, it's not that bad, it's blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, we're done. I'm done with you. Like, no. I don't deal with the emotional cheating like that.
Time to this girl, because I know she'll never fuck me over, and I love her, and she loves me, and it'll never come down to that. And over the dumbest argument, it came down to that, and boom, done. Everything I've done and all the work I put into the past 2 years, gone. All the love, everything I loved her the past 2 years, gone. Waste of time, waste of my... You're like, what?
And there he confirmed there's no one left in his agency. In this stream of attempting to gain sympathy for his 20 live years, he admitted that his career is over. And this is after years of harassing strangers on the street for his own content, hiding behind bodyguards, having bodyguards knock people out for his own content. He's created so much misery for the people around him. And now he's...
See what I mean? His bodyguard always protects him, but, then he thinks he's invincible to the law and a police officer. Buddy, that's how you get tased and arrested.
Sitting there alone in his mansion, miserable, without a career, and blaming everyone except for himself.
I don't know if I'll ever get over it. I don't know if we'll ever be back together. I don't want to be with her after this. It's insane. Like, I can't believe...
Not only that, but he's not grateful at all for his career. Like, whatsoever. Not grateful for the opportunity. Do you know how lucky everyone is to have that opportunity to be able to film and learn and post it on the internet for others to see? That is insanity. There has been people in the past who want to get into, whether it be commentary, like a John Oliver type situation, where it's, he basically kind of does like commentary, but it's on HBO. Like, it's through like a traditional media, or Jon Stewart or Stephen Colbert, or, all of them. But I would say Jon Stewart is the closest thing between YouTube and traditional media. John Oliver's great. I love John Oliver. I have a lot of respect for him. But I mean, people in the past, and I mean even people now, like that want to go into Hollywood or whatever, Texas, like to go into movies and stuff like that, have to work their butt off in auditions and all this and all that, where everyone has the opportunity now just to do it online if they want to. They might not make money for a lot of years, but they get to show their stuff all the time. And they get to show their progress, and they get to show, like, it's a giant portfolio for everyone to see. And if someone, you know, it might not be Hollywood type quality, but someone might find it funny, and it might get blown up, and it might get shared, and then, you know, you have the opportunity to make that your income. That is insane. We live in an insane world, and you're not even grateful for that. I don't get people.
Came down to this and how it ended. I'm done. She got a mate back to use you for millions and left. Exactly.
Yeah, F in chat to pay respects to Jack Doherty.